Hi, welcome back to my channel. I haven't posted on this channel in quite some time, but I've been wanting to make this video for a while and I figured it's just time to do it. I've made this video like 3 times and each time I watch back the footage and something just isn't right. So I'm hoping that this is the one. I hope this is the one that sticks. So my name is Cameron. I wanted to talk about something that has been a huge part of my life for the last 3 years, which is my college dance team. So I go to the University of North Carolina at Greensboro, and I am a member of the Spartan G's dance team, which is like the athletic dance team, or the dance team through athletics. But as far as events go, so my team dances at athletic events. That is different for a lot of schools. Some schools, there's a club, or some schools do a lot more than what I do. So my school and my team, my team dances at basketball games, men's and women's, and volleyball games. And we do a few different appearances throughout the year, but mainly our job is to dance at basketball games. So, with that being said, some schools compete, mine does not. Some schools dance at football games, my school doesn't have a football team, so it really just depends on the school you're looking at or the school you're looking at going to. But I remember when I was trying out, I wanted to look up videos of my school's dance team, which there were not any posted online, and I didn't even see any videos about like how to try out for a college dance team. So I figured that now that I have completed my time as a college dance team member, I would make a video about it for people looking to try out for a college dance team, and also telling like the things that nobody actually thinks about, or like the things that nobody thinks to tell you while you're trying out or thinking about trying out. So I feel like the first thing that was a complete shock to me after I had already made the team was how to balance all of this, because nobody shows you how to do it, which sounds kind of like nobody showed me how to do it, but like nobody explains how hard it's going to be on your schoolwork, on yourself mentally and physically. And even just getting adjusted to college is hard enough, but getting adjusted to college and having a huge responsibility like being on a dance team is a lot of pressure. And I feel like my friends and I had to figure that out for ourselves. And it was really tough. It was really hard. Like, it's hard to be on your own and having to take care of yourself for the first time. Maybe for some people it's not that way, but for me, like, it was the first time I was really on my own, and I also had to be responsible for an entire other thing. Not saying it's not doable, because I did it, we all do it, it's just kind of how you get used to being away, but it was really hard to adjust, you know, class time and homework, because then you have 3 games this week and you don't know when you're going to do your homework, that type of thing. So definitely keep in the back of your mind that it's going to be a really big adjustment. But with that being said, I feel like being on the dance team really helped me with my adjustment to school, because I had like a built-in group of friends. Obviously we weren't that close right away, but I feel like as soon as I was on the team, I had people that I could look up to that were already, you know, upperclassmen, and I could ask for help if I needed it. And I also had friends that were my age and like my grade that I was able to go to and hang out with, and that whole thing. I got really lucky with my team in the way that we are all very close, and that is not the case for most schools, to my understanding. We also have a very small team. We have 16 girls, which is still pretty big, but, you know, compared to some schools where there's like 20, 30 girls on a team, you don't get to know everyone the same way that you get to know the 16 other girls on your team. So that has definitely been a benefit for me. I feel like I know a lot more people, which I really appreciate, also because I'm not very outgoing. So in that way, I already know some people and they know people, so then you get to meet more people, that whole type of thing. So that is something I really appreciated about being on a college dance team after figuring out my adjustments and all, but that was definitely very beneficial to me. Another thing that can be difficult that nobody really talks about is being in a group setting with a bunch of girls, including your teammates and your coach. I mean, I guess your coach could be male, and I guess other teammates could be male, but in my case, I am surrounded by 16 college-aged girls and my coach, who is also fairly young. So that being said, a lot of drama can happen. It can be a little much, I will say. Obviously, you can't have a perfect, happy team all the time. Luckily for me, that mostly is the case, but there are definitely moments when you're like, oh my god, it's a lot. But again, that's how you get used to everybody, and that's how you get to know your team better. I don't know, that is kind of dependent on the team. I feel like the biggest things that you need to be aware of that can be like really tough are time management and like being adjusted to everything, because nobody prepares you. Nobody can prepare you for that. As hard as it has been being so heavily involved with my school and my team, it has also been one of the greatest things ever. I've gotten to do so many things. I got to travel a lot, which has been so fun, and I get to spend so much time with my closest friends at school, which is also so great, and we all have something in common that we can talk about and work on things with. And yeah, so nobody tells you that how hard it's going to be, but nobody tells you how rewarding it's going to be either. And I'm not saying that this is bound to happen if you make a dance team. I'm not saying that you have to be best friends with everyone on your team, because that is definitely not the case for everybody. I'm just sharing my experience and saying that I had a really great time and I learned so much. I have gained leadership skills. I have learned to pick up choreography quickly. I've learned to think on my feet very quickly. There have been some moments when nobody knows what's going on, and you know, someone just has to be the one to say like, yep, okay, this is what we're doing, let's go. And I feel like I've definitely learned to do that in the right way, and I've definitely learned to do that in general. So that's something I really appreciate. Yes, so I feel like coming out of this experience, I feel like I've gained so much, and I'm really excited to see what the future holds for me. And I feel like I've learned a lot from my dance team. I've learned a lot from my coach, and just a lot of stuff. So that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you are looking to try out for a dance team, leave a comment down below, just so I can see what everyone's up to. And don't forget to like and subscribe.